Thank you so much for stopping by with Stella Ruth on today. So before we get started in what we're going to do in the kitchen today, let's talk about a special announcement that we have that's going to be at the end of the video. There is a special announcement, but you have to get to the end of the video to find out what the announcement is. So stay tuned to the end so you can see what's going on. Now, with all that being said, what are we doing today? Today, we're going to have sauteed baby artichoke hearts. Yes, artichokes. Baby artichokes, excuse me. Baby artichokes are really good, really delicious, really tender if you prepare them the right way. And very good for you, very high in fiber. It's green, so it has a lot of those nice vitamins that greens have in them. And it's good to the soul and the spirit. Whew, okay. Can you tell I like them? Anyway, baby artichokes are difficult to find sometimes because the best time for baby artichokes is like the end of May throughout June. But if you can find them in a store, if you just kind of happen to walk by and see some like I did, I was in the farmer's market and they had a big container of them. And so you get them, and if you don't want to cook them right away, that's okay. You can actually go ahead and get them prepared like you're going to cook them, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then freeze them, and they'll keep for a couple of months, so they'll keep their freshness. And if you have a food saver, you know, the little thing with the vacuum seal, that's even better. So, but they are really, really good. And a lot of times when you find baby artichoke hearts, you can find them like at Trader Joe's and Sprouts and places like that, but not that often. So when I came across these, I said, oh my God, I gotta make them. And I gotta make them for everybody else so that they can see how easy it is. So now, with that being said, let's get started and see what's going on in the kitchen. Darlings, I'm so glad I get to share this particular recipe with you because it's one of my favorites. One thing you're definitely going to need is you're going to need a trash bowl, because once you cut these up, you want to have somewhere to put the outer parts of the artichokes. Now, you don't find baby artichokes that often, so when I find them, I'm so excited. And another thing you have to remember is that the minute you cut these, they oxidize very quickly, which means they're going to turn black. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set that to the side for a minute. And the first thing we're going to do, there we go, is we're going to create a concoction that's going to have enough acid in it to keep them from oxidizing. Okay, so in this first, most people do like a big bowl of water with some vinegar, but we're going to do ours just a little different. I saw the lady, Danny, on Clean and Delicious do something similar to this, and I've been doing it like that ever since. First, I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of oil. This is grapeseed oil. I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of white vinegar. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of excuse me guys, sorry about that. Forgot to grab my little spoon. I'm going to put a little bit of crushed garlic in mine, about a tablespoon. I'm going to stir that around. Okay, and then this is what we're going to use to keep our artichokes from oxidizing. Now, when I bought it, I bought about 2 pounds. It comes in a package, a box, you know, a little package at the store, at the farmer's market. But it's only me eating them tonight. So I'm only gonna make about 10 of them. That's just plenty for me. Now, you see this little one? First you're gonna cut off that little top part, about 1/3 of it. Okay. And notice, like I said, you got to have a trash bowl because you want to be able to get rid of these leaves. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna peel back the leaves. If you can see, hopefully I can get in the right spot here. You're going to peel back those leaves until we get to the soft part of the baby artichoke. The little soft peel part. See the little peel part right there? That's the part we want. Okay, and then we're going to cut our stems down a little bit. We don't have a lot of stem on these, so I don't want to, you know, you can keep them if you like them, but mine don't look that great. And then we're going to cut that in half. And notice, so we cut it in half and see the little meaty part there. And then immediately you want to put that down into your mixture so that you can keep it from oxidizing. And if you put a little garlic in there like I did, it'll keep it from, it'll flavor it for you while it's keeping it from oxidizing. These are a little tough, it looks like, but that's okay. We might switch to a bigger knife. And then so we're going to peel that back again. And notice we get to that pale part. It's lovely. And it's going to seem like you're losing a lot of the artichoke, guys. Don't worry about that because these are baby artichokes. You're not losing nearly as much as you think. We're going to cut these stems down again and cut in half. Okay. And then you got your little part here. So I'm going to keep doing this till we get it all done. And then once we get this all done, we'll be back and we'll get started on our artichokes. Alright guys, now we've finished cutting them all up. I didn't want to subject you to that long process. And so I have them in our oil and vinegar mixture with our garlic. And I'm just swishing them around in there because I want it to get completely covered. I don't want it to start turning black. And the vinegar is what's going to help it not to turn black. So now that we've got that ready, we're going to go over to the oven and we're going to prepare our artichokes. Okay. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've already started heating my pan, and it's on medium heat right now. What I have is some vegan butter in the bottom of it that I've seasoned with a little bit of truffle dust. And what I'm going to do before I put my artichokes in is I'm going to put in some shallots. And I'm going to turn that down a little more because I don't want it to cook too fast with that vegan butter. Oh my God, that smells so good. And I'm using the turner, guys. I'm using the turner that was a gift. I know I like my trusty spoon, but I decided I'm going to start using this turner so the person didn't think I was ungrateful. So, put that in. We're going to put in some crushed garlic, about 2 teaspoons, maybe more, depending on how much you like garlic. Now, it looks like a lot, but it's really not. And we're going to saute that around. And then, I'm going to put in I took 2 radishes, guys, and just sliced them really thin. I never used to really be a fan of radishes until somebody told me what the trick to them is that you have to, number 1, slice them really, really thin so they're not so overpowering. And number 2, just mix them with something. So I'm like, oh, okay. Got it. And so saute that in there. And now I'm going to add in our artichokes. And because it's in oil and all that already, we're going to leave it in the whole concoction. Okay? And start cooking that. Let me pour a little bit of that juice off because you want them to get, there we go. I don't want too much of it because you want them to get brown and caramelized on both sides. And if they start to turn a little bit black, guys, that's okay. You're trying for them not to turn black, but the fact that you got them before they got really black, you know, is good. So it's okay. So once that air hits them, it starts, but it's not going to be bad at all. So if you say for instance you take it out of the bowl and it starts to turn black a little bit when you put it in the pan and you're going, oh my God, I did something wrong. No, you didn't. It's just the way artichokes are. It's not a big deal. Just breathe, woosah, and continue. Relax, relate, and release. Okay, so we're going to let that cook for a bit on that side, about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to flip them over. I'm going to get my tongue so I can flip them when it's time. And you're going to leave that on medium to medium high. And then so we're going to let that simmer a little bit, and then we're going to come back and turn them over. Look at that, it's already kind of bubbling and going on. It's smelling really nice. We'll let that cook down some more. It's going to be delicious. Now, while we're waiting on that to turn brown, we're going to season these a little bit. Now, guys, you can season it with a little sea salt and pepper. That's fine. You can season it however you want. I, on the other hand, am going to use some of my, let's see if you can see it, Zest for Life. That's one of the seasonings that I make, that I sell. So that is what I'm putting in that today, is a little Zest for Life. A couple of teaspoons of that. You can use sea salt and pepper. You can use, you know, however you want to do it. That's just what I'm using today. I have an herb sea salt that I love to use as well, but I didn't want to use any kind of salt today, so I'm using my Zest for Life, which is a lemon zest blend seasoning. It has no salt in it. It has a little lemon zest, a little smoked paprika, some garlic, there's some roasted garlic. There's a lot of nice good stuff in it. So now you see what I'm doing here. I'm turning them over so that they can cook on the other side. And they're starting to brown a little bit on this side. I'm going to turn them back in just a minute. Okay, now while they're browning on the outside, I'm going to take a half a lime and squeeze that right on top. Now we're going to turn them back over. Because we want them to get nice and caramelized on that side over there. Now that we've turned them over, we're going to put a top on them and let the steam finish the job. Okay, it's been roughly about 3 or 4 minutes, guys. We're going to check on our beautiful artichokes. Oh my God, they look delicious. And you see how nice and brown. Wait a minute, see if I can get you to see them here. How nice and brown they're turning. Oh, look at that. That one's perfect right there. It's caramelizing on the other side. That one's perfect. There we go. So we're going to give it one more turn. Oh my goodness gracious. They look delicious. I know I got excited, I'm sorry. I like artichokes, but I don't get them all the time because, of course, it's like you buy this whole big thing and then you dig just to get to the middle part, and then you feel cheated because it's not much of it. But when you can find baby artichokes, that's the business. So, and they're not in season. The perfect season for them is May or June. May, all of May, beginning of June. But my farmer's market somehow found some, and they had them out and they were selling them really dirt cheap. So I said, let me grab them while they're here, because remember the currant story. I had to tell you about it later, where I went to looking for currants. So now, while that is simmering up for us, we're going to let that simmer on the other side. I'm going to put a few red cherry tomatoes, a few little cherry tomatoes in there, and I'm not even going to stir them around, guys. I'm just going to lay them in, and then I'm going to put the top on top of this so they can steam. Alright, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, it's been about 3 minutes, and these are actually done. So, I'm going to, look at that, those are beautiful. Hopefully you can see it. We're going to plate this up, and let's eat. Alrighty, my darlings, there we have it. We made us some sauteed artichoke hearts that are absolutely delicious. If you are a person that has never had artichokes, this is a good recipe for you because it's easy to do. And if you're a person that really loves artichokes, like you like the artichokes in your salad and things like that, this is also a good recipe for you. Now, just keep in mind that you do have to, when you first start cutting them, you got to put it in some water with a little acid in it, water with some vinegar or some lemon juice or something like that, so that they do not oxidize, because they will oxidize very quickly as soon as you cut them. But I promise you, it's not very hard, and it's going to be worth the flavor payoff. It's just going to be worth it. So now that we've gotten through that, that's one of my favorite recipes, so I'm so glad to share with you guys. And keep in mind, that's not something you're going to see all the time, is baby artichokes. So if you see them, grab them, cook them within a couple of days of picking them up, okay? Now, and they're usually not that expensive. I got the box, I want to say it was 2 pounds of the baby artichokes in a box for like $2.50. That's not bad. So, and yeah, it's out of season, but that was worth it. Now that we've gotten that part out of the way, another thing is, if you guys want to find out how to use how to get a hold of any of our signature seasonings that I use when I'm cooking, then you can also go down to the description box below, and the website is in the description box below. However, right now the website is going through a remodel type thing. So if you can't get onto the site, don't be afraid. Don't give up, because you can go to Facebook at our account on Facebook, and you can find us on Facebook, Love Mom 2930, because of course Facebook is a little fickle, so they wouldn't let us change to Stella Ruth. But you can go on Facebook and you can find a list of all of the things that we offer. You can send an email of what you would like to order, and then you will receive an invoice. Once you receive the invoice, you can actually pay it through the invoice, and then we will ship your order within a couple of days. See, we can work around everything, because our website, if it's down, it'll only be down a few days. But just want to make sure that you guys can get to, the seasonings, because you've been doing so well buying them, and I'm just loving it. I'm glad that you guys enjoy them. Now, that's out of the way. The next thing is, we hit 1,000 subscribers. Oh, so excited. So to celebrate being over 1,000 subscribers, we are doing a giveaway. Yes, we're doing a giveaway. So this is how it works. The entire month of October, all the way up to October the 30th, leave comments in the comment section below. You can ask questions. You can just say, hey, you can say, oh, that was good. I like it when you guys talk back to me. Come on, talk back to me. Let's discuss these different recipes. If you have questions about them, if they did work out for you, if they didn't work out for you, just leave me some kind of comment down below. I try to answer every single comment. Once you leave your comment below, your name goes into a pot. So on the October the 30th, we shake that up, and then, well, bowl, not a pot, but a bowl. We shake it up, and we're gonna pull 2 names. Those 2 people will receive one of our holiday packages for our signature seasonings. You will love it. The holiday packages have not been released yet. So whoever wins gets these holiday packages before they're released, because the holiday packages don't come out until like the 5th of November. So yeah, you get to see it before everybody else. So I'm really excited. Again, check the comment section. I cannot talk. Check the description box down below. And in the description box, we also will have instructions as well about the giveaway. I thank you guys so very much for taking me over 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. I can't stand it. I'm like, oh my God, this happened. And it happened in a matter of a couple of months. I'm excited. So, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the channel. I'm glad that you guys are loving what I'm doing. I am so grateful and so thankful that you allow me a couple of minutes at a time, out of your busy days, because I know how busy I am. So it's an honor that you allow me into your life for a few minutes at a time. So I thank you very much. As always, guys, this recipe, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and give us a thumbs up if you like what you see, and share this video with someone who may want to try something different. As always, guys, I love you. I am so grateful. God bless you. Enjoy your week and happy cooking.